literally almost fainted, and I never experienced my legs like buckling like that before. And I was like, oh.
Do we need therapy?
Right about now, we're gonna take it from the top. Right about now, we're gonna take it from the top. Right about now, we're gonna take it from the top. Right about now, we're gonna take it from the top.
My baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and it's a no for show. Okay, we're gonna do this fun thing where Jasmine this is completely 2 separate days that we're filming this. Jasmine's still there. And
Slumber party.
Yeah. She, for 5 weeks in a row, and she is in nursing school, and she's really brilliant. And so we're gonna do this fun thing where she's gonna yell out a medical term, and we have to guess what it is.
Do you think that we can hear her if she screams?
We'll say it again in the mic, but probably.
Okay.
Okay, you have to scream it though. Are you ready? Okay. Go.
So we're gonna start easy. Flatulence.
Farts.
Gas. Sorry.
Oh. Ripping ass.
Big old toots at the biscuits.
Is that what they say in nursing school?
Biscuits and gravy.
Ripping ass.
Ripping
Man,
ass.
that old guy's ripping ass.
Okay, next.
Halitosis.
Expialidocious.
Areola. Wait, say it again.
Halitosis.
Use it in a sentence.
This person has halitosis.
Oh my fucking God, Jasmine.
It's an allergy, for sure.
They're hallucinating.
No.
This person does not brush their teeth, and therefore has
Bad breath.
Yes.
Wow.
I was gonna say depression.
Yeah, you know.
Dark days,
That
pal.
is the medical term.
For what?
Depression,
For
yeah.
depression, not brushing your teeth.
Tachycardia.
I have. Irregular heartbeat.
Actually, it's a fast heartbeat. And a regular heartbeat is arrhythmia.
Arrhythmia.
So
is
what
a
is it?
regular
What is it when you
heartbeat.
have arrhythmia tachycardia?
No, I don't think those go together.
I don't think
Is
those
that
go
not the
together.
heart condition you've
I
thought
think
you've
that's
had
what
for
I
the
have.
last 10 years? She's like, that doesn't exist.
Mercedes is what we call a hypochondriac, and
No, I've been diagnosed.
Well, you
Yeah.
were diagnosed
With
with
the-
something that doesn't exist.
Oh,
They told you arrhythmia, tachycardia. I mean, I'm
something
maybe it's
arrhythmic,
semester 2,
maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe it's semester 2.
You were diagnosed with Kumon?
Wait, can we Google that to see if it's a real thing?
No, that's not for me. Anyways.
Okay, next phrase.
Cocaine.
Gonorrhea.
What?
Gonorrhea? What did you say?
Gonorrhea?
Gonorrhea?
Cocaine crap.
An STD.
Wait, say it again.
Rhinorrhea.
Rhinorrhea.
Gonorrhea.
That's something with your
I
nose.
thought she said diarrhea.
Rhinoplasty. They get a
It's something with your
rhinoplasty when
nose.
your nose is your septum, deviated septum.
It's when you have crooked nose. I have rhinorrhea. I'm Mercedes, and I have rhinorrhea.
Hi, Mercedes.
Is it
Use it in a sentence.
one smaller nostril and one bigger nostril?
During allergy season, some of us
That's
have rhinorrhea.
A congested nose.
Blocked.
runny
nose.
Rhinorrhea.
Rhinorrhea.
Why don't
That's
they just
called
say
the
runny
deviated
nose?
septum.
When my nose is crooked?
No,
Rhinorrhea.
Oh, when I one nose and a big nose.
I think. I don't know. Actually, no. You know what? That is it completely incorrect.
Yeah, deviated septum is internal.
It's like this thing,
right?
No, you can see your deviated septum. It's
Oh,
like
you can't.
You can when
right there.
Okay.
when you like, you can see the thing inside.
Your
Like you
cartilage.
can see the cartilage on the inside.
I see.
Okay, next word.
Hyperhidrosis.
Hyperhidrosis.
So that's something wet.
That
Yeah.
is.
You sweat a lot.
When you sweat. Yeah.
Okay, guys.
I have that.
Excessive.
So do my kneecaps right
Oh
now.
fuck! No,
Literally, she's gonna name every fucking word, and we're gonna be like, "We have that."
no, I actually do that. I do because I I sweat a lot, and when I was in like fucking grade 5, went to my doctor and I was like, "Does this get better?"
Oh yeah, we talked about Botox in the
yeah,
armpits,
and he
right?
suggested getting
Yeah.
Botox in my armpits at so young.
Yeah, it's not
But,
because then
like,
the sweat
what
has
do
to come
I
out
do?
somewhere.
So she'll sweat somewhere else more if she gets the Botox in her armpits.
Jasmine, what do I
Hold
do?
up.
What do I do?
Yell. You have to yell.
When I find out, because I also have hyperhidrosis.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Okay.
You know what I was thinking? I was just looking at you while you were talking in the mic, and I love your lips. And I kiss Mercedes all the time on the podcast, but we never kiss on the podcast.
Now I'm jealous.
Right here.
Okay,
Oh,
next
she
one.
fucking hates me.
Horripilation.
So, whore?
Hor-
What are you saying to me, Jasmine?
Horripilation?
Horripilation? Hoovillation?
Horripilation.
No, blah, blah.
Me before Carly. Horripilation.
Horripilation. It's like
A series of something.
It's the medical condition of being manipulative. Manipulation.
When you're a dirty, dirty slut and you can't help it.
Outside, it happens on your skin.
Dry cracks.
Dermatitis.
Oh, that's a different
When it's cold.
medical
Someone scratches their nails on a board.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
like a
Oh, pet
What?
peeve? Like not putting your
marks?
blanket on?
Like goosebumps.
Bumps. Wait, what is it?
Horripilation.
Horripilation?
Horripilation.
What's pill-eye now?
Little hairs in your goosebumps that.
Oh, I got goosebumps
Okay.
already.
Oh my god. Okay, so since you're
Next time
nursing
someone gives me
school,
goosebumps, I'm gonna say,
I was
"Ooh,
wondering,
horripilation."
tell me if I have Tourette's or not. If I give you, do you know about Tourette's?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you my symptoms.
Have you ever heard of Tourette's?
I work with a kid who had Tourette's.
I mean, have you learned about it thus far in your nursing school career?
No.
Okay, but do you?
I have experience.
You have okay, amazing. So here's my symptoms, and then I need you to tell me if I need to be diagnosed. So basically, I do this involuntary thing where someone will say something, and then I'll just repeat it, like
It's just you're fucking rude.
in a mocking way. No.
No, can
So
you?
let me
Kat,
give the
no,
example.
I love you, but can Mercedes give the example?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's really funny when he gives the example, and it's probably better than when you do it because it's probably accurate.
Okay, so basically,
Like you're a liar, just that it's really harsh and it's just really funny. But then you say it.
so I was at an Aldo or a Spring, semantics, another one, and I was ordering shoes, but I had to go pick them up, so I had to give all my information. And then the girl was asking me questions, and she asked me my name, and I said Mercedes, and she repeated it back, and she went Mercedes, and Carly went Mercedes, and I went like this.
And it was the most involuntary.
And Carly
like,
went,
no,
sorry,
I stayed
because the girl went.
Probably wanted to absolutely jump off the fucking highest bridge you
No.
can find.
Jasmine, I stayed stunned. I could not believe that just came out of my mouth. I was like,
Her jaw was on the counter, and I was like,
no, I was so
do you need to take a
mortified.
lap?
Some fresh air.
The kindest woman just needing to triple check. Mercedes.
I was like, what the literal fuck is happening to me? And then it happened again. I can't remember exactly what I said, but we were walking in the mall, and then like we were just walking through the halls, and then someone said something, and then I repeated it, and I always go, "Nyeh, nyeh, nyeh." Like I say it with my head like that, and it's just out of nowhere.
You know what the craziest
Is
thing
that-
about this is
what?
that you're both telling the story, and you have to end the sentence looking at Jasmine in the eyes, saying, "So what's your professional diagnosis?" That's the end of this.
Yeah.
You have to ask her.
So what's your professional diagnosis
So,
of me?
disclaimer, nurses are not allowed to necessarily diagnose.
Nurses are not allowed to diagnose. Okay.
HOA. What is the thing?
Based on my experience with you, though, I think you have ADHD, not Tourette's.
That
Is
I
that an
could've told
insult?
you.
Based on my experiences with you,
That's
you're a lot to be
ADHD?
around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really? Why?
Filter. But then you realize after you're like, oh shit, I probably shouldn't have said that out loud.
Oh, so Tourette's would be like a.
You'd be sitting in a room, and just out of nowhere, you'd be like, fuck, like you just start yelling out words
Oh.
that you have no, and you'll have tics.
Like it's a tick.
Oh. That's what I thought that was a tick.
No, that's more of you don't have a filter, but then your conscious comes in. It's like, oh shit. I
I'm like,
shouldn't
oh my
have said
god,
that out
fuck.
But I think that's a normal thing. You know, when you guys, like, when someone, if you're watching a video and they're like, you can't put your finger on your nose and say la 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 la, and it's like, you know you can, but then you have that and you're like la 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 la. You know when you're watching something and or like you can't put, if you push the roof of the tongue.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You've never seen a video
And
that's
what
like
is
you
the-
can't breathe out of your nose while your tongue is on the roof of your
Oh,
mouth.
yeah.
And then you have to do it.
Yeah.
You can't put your face.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
actually
but
a
then you
thing.
have to try.
Yeah.
You know, or
But what
like
does that
when
have
someone
to do
pronounces
with
a
me
word.
repeating people. I don't
Because it's like you just like you heard someone say it and then you have to like just what you did earlier when you were like hamburger.
No,
It's because you
No,
had
first
to
of all,
you had to hear that out loud.
No, that's simply not what I was doing. She said ambush, and I said
Hamburger.
hamburger because that's how my mom says it in French, and she was saying it with a French accent. So I was thinking of it in my head, and I was like hamburger. Like it wasn't funny.
And you had to say it out
Same but
loud.
different.
Oh my god, that makes so much sense why I say it in Vaseline instead of Vaseline.
Well, is it a French thing? Oh my god, maybe
Great
that's because I grew up
excuse.
hearing
Yeah, she's gonna
Vaseline.
fucking run
and
with
then
that
she
one
also
for the
says,
rest of her life.
Ambulance.
Because my mom is
Ambulance
French.
is another one she says.
That's
yeah.
why I say boondogs. Idiot.
My mom, you've literally met her. She does not know how to speak. She says a lot of
She says
things.
hamburgs.
Hamburgs.
Leanne, get the hamburgs on the
Speaking
griddle.
of hamburgs, aluminium full. Speaking of hamburgs, can I tell a joke?
I would love to hear a joke.
I'm ready.
Why don't you like my jokes, baby?
No, the only one that I don't like is the donkey one.
Speaking of,
It's just because no, you know what?
Tell
It's
them
because
both.
that's not my sense of humor, and
what is your sense of humor? Let's get into that
that's a fair
first.
question. No, that's a fair question. I don't know.
Yeah, Vic is not easily impressed when it comes to
No,
jokes.
the thing is like this is gonna be really dark. I feel like when I was in college and went through the worst of the fucking mental health shit, my face has and my body just like can't be like overly happy and excited or
That is so sad.
I know it is, but like genuinely like a lot of my like
Being.
burst of like positive and happy fun emotions just don't come out as
But you feel them
much.
internally.
But like I'll be like laughing inside. I'm
Inside.
like that's why it's like so like
yeah. But you
but I do
feel
think
it.
things are funny.
Yeah.
When oh my god, the fucking comment on our TikTok of somebody being like, "Wow, imagine not thinking any of your friends are funny or like never laughing with your friends. Vic doesn't pass the vibe check."
Oh, I don't
didn't
read
see
them,
that.
No, it was the fucking bitch from our live.
but oh,
Yeah.
I remember. her.
Anyways, so I do think things are funny. It just isn't overly
internally. Yeah.
That's why people think I'm mad all the time because my face just says a lot of things that I don't feel.
Yeah.
Anyways,
We love
oh
you.
my god, I'm so sorry. I just absolutely annihilated your mic. No, the donkey joke is just not my sense of humor, and I've heard it probably upwards of 30 times.
But what your sense of humor? Do you like stupid funny? Do you like dark humor? Are you like a dirty
love
joke?
a good dark humor.
Dark humor.
I'm just like I don't think I've ever been like a book joke kind of guy.
Like puns.
Yeah.
No
Oh.
puns.
Vic reposts the most fucking hilarious memes.
Yeah,
you're
the
like
memes
you're
are
like
really
a
good.
meme
You're the meme
person.
queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I take pride in my
I
memes.
said what I said.
What did you say?
You're the meme queen.
Thank you.
You do.
That's
you
a
your
compliment if
Instagram
I
is
ever
fucking
heard
hilarious.
That is like so
I
kind.
always laugh at your memes.
I
Me
love
too,
that.
actually. I always
love
repost
that.
all your memes as well.
No, I love like that's like my type of humor. Is like just those like I feel like everybody says it like I'll just like randomly say something in the corner and it's just like what? The fuck? Like where did that come from?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Okay, let's see if you find this joke funny.
Okay, so this is like 1700s. It's a community. They're living together. That's the definition of a community. And winter's coming. Winter's coming. And they're coming. Winter's coming, and the leader of the community is like, "Oh my God, we don't have enough food to last us through the winter. Like, I gotta find food for my community." She says, and
Taking in the logistics.
yeah. So he's like, okay, like, what am I gonna do? And all of a sudden, this guy rides in on a horse, and he comes up to the leader and says, "I need to tell you something. I'm hearing you're struggling with finding food for your community, and I know where there is a bacon tree." And the leader says, "A bacon tree? Like, how much bacon is there?" He says, "Oh, the bacon you want, the bacon tree. It grows on trees. I can take you there if you want." And the leader says,
accents.
thanks. And the leader says, we'll see what they say in the comments. "Please be careful with that lip. You've done it 3 times now."
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
What lips were you thinking about?
Oh, 3 of y'all bitches.
Wait, what? What 3?
What?
3? Come on. Okay, we can't stop me mid-joke. So, yeah, you too, Jasmine. That was the 3.
Exactly.
Okay, so the leader is like, you must take me to these bacon trees. And the guy was like, "Do you have horses?" And the leader's like, "Yeah, we have 6 horses." He says, "Okay, take your 6 strongest men, plus you, hop on horses and follow me." They're riding along. The leader says, "How much longer is it going to be?" And the guy says, oh, you see, just over that mountain, that's where the bacon trees are, just a day. Day passes, they go over the mountain, and the leader says, sorry, man, like, I don't see the bacon trees. Like, where are the bacon trees?
Sorry, man.
Sorry, comma, man. Let's wait until Jax is down. No, it's okay.
Down. Nope, down.
Not an invitation.
Yeah,
Jax, sit.
Sit. Good boy, down.
He can't fit. He's like, I can't fit. He says,
I can't
he
go
says,
down.
shit, what have I done?
Okay, stay.
So they hop over the hop, skip, jump over the mountain, and he goes, I don't see the bacon trees. Like, where are the bacon trees? He says, oh, sorry, it must be over the other mountain. Just one more day. They go over the mountain. It's one more day passes. They're starving. They're thirsty. They don't have any food. They don't have any water. And the guy's like, where is the bacon tree? And the guy's like, oh my God, sorry, it must be just over that mountain. I promise you 2 more days. The guy says, well, if it's not over that mountain, then I'm taking my guys and I'm going back to my family because I gotta make sure that they're okay. And the guy says, no, it is over that mountain. 1 more day passes, they get over the mountain, and all of a sudden all these people come out and attack them and kill all the men. And the leader, he's lying on the ground, and he looks at the guy who's completely unharmed. And he goes, how could you do this? He's lying there dying. He said, how could you do this to me? I thought you were bringing me to Bacon Tree. And the guy says, oh my God, I'm sorry. It must have been a ambush. Fuck. Do you not get it?
Knew it. I knew this was going to be her reaction. I called it.
Do you not get it?
Oh.
Are you sure you get it?
Yes.
You know, ambush. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now tell the donkey one.
Vic, did you think that was funny?
Well, I mean, the fact that it took me a second didn't help.
That put a damper on the doozy, didn't it?
Down, dude, Leanne.
Ambush.
Okay, do the horse. I mean,
Whoa, different animal. Idiot.
donkey.
So his donkey walks into a bar, goes up to the bartender and says, can I please have a Bud Light? The bartender says, yeah, sure, donkey. Goes, grabs a Bud Light. It's already good, eh? Goes, grabs a Bud Light, cracks it open, puts it in front of the donkey. Donkey grabs the beer, goes sit down next to some other random guy at the bar. And the guy says, oh, can I ask you like a really personal question? And the donkey's like, yeah, sure, go ahead, man. And he's like, why does he call you donkey? And the donkey goes, oh, he always calls me that.
It is my favorite joke I've ever heard
No,
ever
it's so
in
funny.
life.
It's
ever.
so funny.
I've been telling that joke for probably 12 years. But it's so good.
Slaps every time.
What's he
Oh
doing?
my God, he looks like a predator in the corner. He's like,
Oh, my God.
Jinx.
While you're up,
What
can
do
you
you
grab me
mean?
the drink?
Yeah, what one? This one?
Yeah. Thank you.
What is that? Pink lemonade, you little bitch.
Jackson, you're okay. Oh, he said, wait, I can make it through here. No,
What is it?
here he comes.
Vodka. What is this?
vodka and
Vodka,
Are you gonna get on the
lemon sparkling water
With
and,
some diet aspartame.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
No.
That's nice.
I just
While you're
love
up, can
this
you put that
guy.
back there?
No, you can
No,
hold
Jack.
Okay.
it. Just kidding. I would never do that to you.
Yeah.
Don't come at me with this.
Fucking lip, dude.
Okay,
He's
guys.
an aggressive
My
lover.
baby boy.
Jackson,
What else?
What other jokes do I have? So this. Do we hate blonde jokes? Like society's okay with blonde jokes now, right? Like, I'm a little dyed blonde.
we get canceled for this.
No, it's literally just a joke. Everyone's fine. This blonde goes into a library, goes up to the librarian and says, can I please have a hamburger and french fries? And the librarian's like, this is a library. And she goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Can I please have a hamburger and french fries?
Insert dolphin. Fucking idiot.
That one is really funny.
Oh,
I appreciate
not as
that
funny
one
as
a
the.
lot.
Yeah. Anyway,
How do you remember them?
what do you mean?
All the jokes.
But there's just 3.
How do you remember anything?
How do you remember words?
Great point, baby. Do you ever find that you forget the lyrics of your songs?
All the time.
Oh my
Have you
God.
looked at my stages?
Enough about you.
So full of yourself, Jen. My
I've
God.
been talking the whole time.
Ask me a question about me.
Please. Did you know that like people only ask questions that they want to be asked themselves?
Do you forget the lyrics to your songs?
Yeah, I don't think that's factual.
No, but I mean
What are
like
you, blonde?
personal questions or like, oh my God, has anything ever really funny happened to you? It's because they always have a good something they
I think
want to say.
some people are like that, and those people are annoying.
I think.
Oh, do you do that?
I think a lot of people do that. No.
Really?
Yeah,
I think
so.
circumstantially, probably. Like if you have a really good story, then maybe you'll ask
Yeah.
in hopes that someone asks you. But I don't think for everything, like, oh,
But wouldn't you just tell the story?
No.
oh,
I don't know.
Maybe if you're a little
sometimes-
shy.
Yeah, maybe
Oh,
if
you
you're
need a
little
prompt?
shy. Or I want to be like, because sometimes in conversations I get like insecure that I'm talking too much or something. So I'll be like, oh,
Let me
I'll-
ask something
I'll
about them, so they
this-
ask something about me, and
Or-
they're forcing me to speak.
And I feel like it's just like nice when you're talking with someone to like ask them about them. I feel like it makes them feel good.
If
you know
you
what I mean?
ask them about them?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Like it's just nice. And then I'm like, if it comes
Hopefully
back
they
to
ask
me,
me back.
hopefully they ask me too. But
What's
if
your favorite
not,
sex position?
but if not, that's okay.
Oh,
My sweet guy. Is there something you want to ask us?
No.
is there something
I
you want
just-
us to ask you?
No, I just disassociated for the last 10 seconds.
You were speaking.
No, and then once I stopped speaking, I was like,
ADHD, Jasmine.
Jasmine's
There it is.
ADHD from the corner.
no,
Diagnosed.
one time we got, and remember we had this like, it was like, I don't know, 3 a.m. We were playing Red or Black. And then we had this like full heart-to-heart conversation about ADHD
About our
and just like
ADHD.
the struggles of like being in a relationship with someone who like doesn't have ADHD, or it's like really hard to understand or get them to understand you, you know? And me and Jim had this whole fucking like revelation about
Builds
She
character.
says, side note, your dog is eating fluff, in case the mics didn't pick that up.
The nurse in her is like, he's gonna have an obstruction.
I don't remember any of the terms we learned.
horror porous or something.
Horrors.
Was it Harry Potter?
I was gonna say it sounds like a wizard.
I was so close.
Horapalacious.
Hor-
Horapalation. The Appalachians.
Okay, Jasmine. Genuine question.
Revelation.
You're not going to diagnose us, but if you had to give everybody in this room a diagnosis, what would it be?
Oh,
Let's not do that with Mercedes.
Mercedes.
I'm talking more mental.
Narcissist.
Stop putting the fucking drinks there.
Why? What's happening? It's a slippity slope.
Okay. ADHD.
Dissociative disorder.
Me? 100%, baby.
Yep.
ADHD over there too.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait. Okay, continue.
I would say
It rhymes with narcissism.
What did you say?
germaphobe
Yeah.
and anxiety.
Oh, big time.
Okay.
Big
You
anxiety
think
guy.
I have dissociative identity disorder?
Not identity. You dissociate from the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I do
Dissociative
that.
disorder.
Is that a thing?
Dissociative.
Dissociative disorder?
Where you just check out constantly.
Interesting.
Stupid.
That's interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
And you know,
Yeah,
We all have
ADHD.
and you know
Yeah, for
nothing.
sure.
Yeah, I know.
As there's 17 side conversations going on
I
in this
know.
podcast.
This is where I struggle because like we'll be in conversations. This is what I was talking about earlier. We're like we'll all be talking about something, and then me and Vic will still be talking about the same thing. But you guys have already been in a side conversation
Yeah.
for 15 minutes, and it's so distracting. And I'm like,
We all
know.
get a
What's
going
touch
on
of the
I have
ADHD.
the whole time.
the hardest time if I'm talking to somebody, but I can hear a side conversation going on.
Yeah.
I physically forget how to speak,
Same.
and I'm like,
And I'm only listening to this conversation,
Yeah.
like not the one that's right in front
literally.
of me.
I was ADHD.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You don't like the way I say a lot of things.
No.
You, what do you say? My R's.
Specifically, crayon.
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 Crayon. How do you say crayon? Exactly.
Zach, I
Great.
apologize.
Not gonna change.
Crayon.
You don't like the way I say R.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They say sorry.
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 We
were
should
in
just
the
have a
exact same
fucking
tone.
mic set up over there.
I know.
Yeah,
we should.
literally.
I can't wait until we can buy our own mics,
I know, me too.
and then we could just have
We
them
all can
at
have them
times.
personalized.
Oh my god! I was just
Bedazzled.
gonna say bedazzled, bejeweled.
I don't think I would go for that vibe. I think it would get like graffiti.
What?
Graffiti.
Graffiti. I love that idea.
Graffiti.
Graffiti.
You want your Cabbage Patch feet?
Diamonds.
Babe, they're bullying me. Thank you. Continue.
Oh
I
no,
wanted
I was
the
just gonna say
praise.
I want a white one. I feel like I always just want the white version of like the camera that we have. What?
Are you fucking well? You want the white one of what?
I would like a white one. No, I do like black. But like, okay, the camera we're using, it comes in like a white version, and it's so fucking cute.
The white
the
shirt.
camera.
Yes.
I don't think Shure microphones come in white.
Well, they should.
Well, let's send them an email.
I would like a custom one.
Good boy.
Dear Mr. Shure, comma, new paragraph. May you make your mics less attracted to hair.
Hey,
literally.
Why don't I have Shure on the side of mine, but you guys have
These
Shure
are the
on
new
the side
ones.
of yours?
They made
Sucks to suck.
new models where I think they put a compressor in it already or built in something.
Oh wait,
Is
you
that
guys
why
got
it
the
sounds so
bougie
crisp?
ones.
Yeah.
Look, right here.
From you guys?
I don't got one either.
Yeah, those are the old ones. These are the new ones.
That's why. This one
Okay.
is kind of charcoal and that's black.
If the mic was white, you would never see Jasper's hair.
Oh, you want this white?
I want all of it
Huh.
white.
Yeah. Isn't
like
it funny
the
that
black.
you guys, I wanted to bring this up in HomeSense when you guys were trying to buy black sheets with your black wall and your dark aesthetic. You guys have a white dog with a dark aesthetic, so his hair shows up on everything. And we have a black dog with a light aesthetic,
yeah.
and his hair shows up on everything.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Why don't you take Jasper? We'll take Jax.
In
I
that
don't think either of us could handle
Each
No.
other's dogs.
each other's
No.
dogs. Yeah.
in that video we posted, like
Oh,
the
embarrassing.
the Live in Sedona one, it was like I took this video of after I misspoke to Mercedes and then I put it on TikTok, but it was her in the bed.
Misspoke is so funny.
Isn't it? Didn't I misspeak?
I
Because I
misspoke
said
to her.
I was waiting for you
You're
to
so
break
proper.
up, and then I was like, wait, I didn't mean to
Yeah,
say
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Anyways, in the video, it was so fucking embarrassing. We on our white sheets, it's all of Jax's dog hair, and it was like the most dog hair you could ever see, and we look like garbage.
I didn't even
people.
notice
like,
that at all.
Rewatch it.
anybody-
No.
did anybody
let
point
me
it
show
out?
you.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they were.
It was
like,
so bad.
And
But
I'm like,
I
okay,
would
this
like
is
to
so
let it be known
embarrassing.
here that every morning I take the lint roller, you know, the one on
Yeah.
TikTok that's not actually a lint roller, and I
Okay.
do the bed, but it's
Okay,
it's
look at the-
atrocious. Opposite of a witch's.
Okay, look at all the hair. No, okay, there's one on
It's when it
Mercedes here, but it's
unfocuses.
yeah. Wait, hold
Defocus.
on.
Unfocus.
I would also like to point out that Jax has weaseled his way right into
Big
under
fluff.
the
Jax
under
out.
the table.
Out.
Where?
Out.
Okay, wait. Maybe when it moves.
eat, sir. He's desperate for a toy. Jax, out.
Okay, hold on. Hurry up.
I can't see any of the hair.
No.
No, yes,
literally.
you can. That's
Oh my god, I would never
People
pick that
commented
out.
on that.
you can see it. There's so much.
No, it's crazy.
I just think it's funny the internet
You can
calling
see
you
it all.
guys
Yeah.
out. Oh yeah, you can see a lot of it. I understand.
That's what I'm saying.
But like, what? Who?
Sorry, baby.
who
Could you reach inside his mouth and
cares?
grab all the fluff that's in there?
I just don't understand why people care. Like, who? Literally, fuck off.
Looks a little gross. And
Also,
Yeah.
it's the internet.
and
I'm
also
sorry, but,
people
like-
people hate when dogs sleep in the bed with people.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
get over it. It's your life.
Yeah.
yeah, but they're like, how can you be germaphobes and let your dog
Vic-
sleep in the bed?
That was the hottest thing you've ever said.
I know.
I loved it.
Genuinely. When you're like a touch, you add a little bit of like hate. Chef's
Your
kiss.
guys' turn. Chef's kiss.
Imagine if Vic and I kissed.
Different things. There's a big.
But people are like, yeah, how can you guys be germaphobes and have your fucking dog in the bed? And I'm like, you don't realize what we put this dog through. We literally sanitize him multiple times a day. Every time he comes inside, we wipe down his paws, we wipe his whole body. Like our dog.
Anytime anyone new pets him, we wipe his whole
him
body.
down. Even when we come in, if we're all coming in from like a night out and people are coming over to our house, we literally say, do not pet Jax until you wash your hands. Have we not said that to you guys like a million times? Are you
Not that I-
disassociating? Like you guys both looking at me. Have we
No,
not?
I'm trying to remember. I don't know.
I actually don't think you do because we wash our hands first thing when we walk in the house. So, but you said it to us, and I know you. I know that that's how you feel.
I'm like, wait, what? I feel like I've definitely said it to you guys.
We say it to everybody.
Yeah. Even when our
Interesting.
friends come in, the one time we went to the casino and then
We asked our friends to strip their clothes at the door one time.
we were like, please
I
take
would
off your clothes.
turn around.
We said, could you?
I
we
would
said,
turn around
we
and
said,
leave.
could you please not sit on the furniture or get into the bed until you remove the casino clothing
Yeah.
and put on new clothing? Ah,
Is she a germaphobe too?
oh,
my
nice.
God.
Do you
No.
think
Not really.
that got worse? Yeah, I know. Do you think that got worse after COVID or because of COVID?
And I've
I
always
think-
been a germaphobe.
Yeah, I feel like we are both pretty.
Since a child.
I used to-
Interesting.
okay, when I used to work downtown Toronto, I used to have to commute to work, which was absolutely horrible for a fucking germaphobe getting on a streetcar and TTC. But anyways, one day I saw this lady and she was like clearly so mentally unwell, and she had all of her belongings covered in bags, and like her whole arms and everything was covered in bags. Like it was like a germaphobe thing, and it was like her face was covered and she was like holding on to things with these fucking plastic bags covering her body. And I just looked at her and I was like, oh my God, that's gonna be me in 5 years. Like I was like, this is what my life is gonna turn into, because I get so stressed out about germs. Like it's actually unhealthy.
For you guys, is it worth the exposure therapy of not being so intense about it, or are you like this? This is fucking fine. Like
I'm
there's not a right
trying.
answer either. Like I'm actually asking you guys. Like,
Yeah,
feel like-
I'm trying. Like I'm trying to be a lot better with it. I feel like it's harder for Carly because it follows with emetophobia. Right. She's scared of
Yeah.
puking too. So she has the double whammy phobia,
Yeah.
where I am just like the germaphobe. But I feel like I'm trying a lot harder to be less anal and neurotic about it.
I feel like you've been trying to like encourage me, like on
Yeah.
the table today, like my toast, we went out for breakfast and then my toast touched a little bit of the table and I was like, well, I can't fucking eat that. And you're like, no, you can eat that. And I was like,
Yeah,
Like,
but I feel like
I
I'm
simply
trying to be like better with it because it's so bad. Like, and it is just gonna get worse. The more you like give into it, it is just gonna get
Totally.
worse.
yeah.
And I'll always be a germaphobe. I know that, and I'll always have like certain things that I won't be able to stop doing.
Yeah.
But I think
Same. Oh my
I don't have to do the most anymore. Like I'm trying really hard to not do the most.
yeah, that's fair.
Okay, just sit then. Okay.
He's sitting on top of Carly's ass. Okay, this is
Yeah,
no
fuck
longer
your
Carly's
life.
I'm just here.
Say that louder.
Were you allowed to play in dirt as a child?
Was I allowed to
Yes.
play in dirt as a child? Yes, I was. I would make mud pies. But my mom is also a germaphobe, so it probably was instilled in
Yeah,
me from a very young age.
Fair.
Mine
Yeah.
doesn't come from anywhere. Like no one in my family is a germaphobe at all. It's just I was the chosen one. So fun.
I feel like
Seriously.
the first thing I do when I walk in the door is wash my hands. But like, yeah, I'm definitely like a germaphobe's worst fucking nightmare. Like I remember my friend.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
No,
you
I
on
have a couple
stage?
stories to tell. Yeah.
Me on stage.
Oh,
right,
Jake, quickly,
I do, yeah,
Jamie will
yeah.
take somebody random's phone to film, give it back to them, and then does this thing where she like licks her fingers and like does
In one
something
song.
fun.
In one song, it ain't easy. I do that one song. Continue.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
Yep.
The germs are
you
there.
Lick, you
No, 100%.
suck your fingers
suck
after
is crazy.
holding on to somebody else's phone, the most germy thing you could ever touch, and
Yeah.
then wonders why she gets sick after all the shows.
Yeah, you're like, I always get sick after I go on tour.
I
No
only-
wonder why.
Who could ever guess?
Yeah, I get sick because I don't sleep, but
Not because you lick your
truly, I didn't
fingers
get
at your
any.
show.
I didn't get sick after this tour. I licked all my fingers.
Oh,
Yeah.
finger licking good.
Yeah, for sure.
You
I
didn't
was-
sing
no,
Ain't Easy,
I
though.
didn't. But like,
You're
no, I
allergic
didn't-
to ain't easy.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
I know. No, I
could
did it
replace it
in
with
I
Sell
Wish
Out.
or something. Yeah, perfect. I did it in I Wish or something. It doesn't matter. I did it in a song. It's the end of that. But like,
You're getting worked up.
no, I'm not. I'm admitting that I put my hands in my mouth on stage, and for sure I do this, and that's why I know that I'm a germaphobe's worst nightmare. Also, I had a friend who very similar to you guys, and I remember how often she would say, I think she picked me up right from like the airport from where I was traveling, and I came in her room or something, and I like almost put my bag on her bed. I know. And I had never really thought about it before because you know when you put like a suitcase on your bed, like I always did that.
What? Nope.
No,
I don't
I know.
know. I don't know that.
I simply don't know that.
Never.
I would always
once.
do that
Crazy.
because I never think about it.
sorry.
That's okay.
Was it
I
Jasmine?
no.
Wait, Jasmine,
And I just,
because sorry,
That's okay.
you're a flight attendant. So what do you do with your luggage when you come home from a trip?
Sanitized at the door.
Like you wipe down your
Okay.
whole luggage.
Yeah.
Do you ever put your luggage on your bed?
Absolutely not. I get so pissed at Zuni when he does it. It's disgusting.
It's
we don't think about it.
vile. Even for
so
someone
much
who's not a
bacteria in
germaphobe,
those
that should be common sense.
What do you mean, really? They're in
Not sit on your
airports.
bed with outside clothes.
Exactly.
you-
That's
common
Oh my god!
knowledge.
Yeah, you have your indoor clothes,
I think
your
it's-
outdoor
I
clothes.
think it's like a common knowledge, but like it's like a if you care, you care. If
Yeah, you
don't
don't
Yeah.
care. Yeah.
And like
Oh, that's
I just
sick.
don't think about it. Sometimes like at an airport, I feel fucking disgusting. Like every time we come home from traveling, it's like ugh, and like get out of the clothes and shower and whatever. But like I'm not consistent across the board because like then I'll throw my fucking suitcase on my bed and like whether it's then and there or it's 3 days later, like you know. But I'm respectful of you guys because when I got to the LA Airbnb, I sanitized everything.
Oh my
You
god!
did.
I was,
That was a dream.
I feel like you'll appreciate this. I bought these like medical grade like disinfectant wipes because when we were traveling, it was like when norovirus there was an outbreak, and that's like my biggest nightmare. So I literally there's only specific disinfectants that. Yeah, but they're for like the fucking OR and shit. It's like for surgical, like you have to let it sit, use gloves, all this stuff. And so we made Jim sanitize her whole luggage with like surgical wipes.
You didn't make me. I did it on my own.
I know, but okay. Sorry, we encouraged the. Jim did it on his own.
Exactly.
I didn't say shit. I didn't say one word.
Because I try to be as respectful as possible of
Yes.
what you guys need in terms of your germophobia.
R&R.
Yeah, I'm a respectful guy
I feel
sometimes.
like you're, like you guys are getting so good with it. Like I feel like,
around you guys for sure.
oh my god,
And then you
yeah.
leave and
Even
we're
with
like-
like the hand washing
Yeah,
things, and like
sucking
we'll
your
go
fingers.
to like touch our hands when you know we've just like washed our hands, and then you're like, oh no. Like you guys know, and
We're
it's
trying.
much appreciated because like it is literally mental fucking torture.
I know there
So it
needs
makes
to be
it
some
really-
exposure therapy. You need to roll around in dirt or something. Your worst nightmare.
I feel like even just like going to LA was exposure therapy because I did not want to go. I was literally
We
ready
almost
to
didn't
cancel
go
the
because
trip
of
because of
norovirus.
norovirus.
Really?
Specifically.
Yeah, we were like both of us were not okay.
And I
Wow.
panicked a lot when we were there, but I was like, this is my exposure therapy. Like me
Okay.
just going. But like even at gas stations, I literally will wear masks, gloves, and if I don't have gloves or something, I will
Yeah.
literally use doggy bags, like doggy
Yeah.
pee
Yeah,
bags,
yeah.
to do like the gas. Did you guys know how many germs are on the?
Oh my god, yeah.
the-
Yeah,
gas
door
pump?
handles, anything.
Ooh. No, it's so gross.
Yeah.
I used to get upset like because at the beginning of COVID they used to put all the gas stations put hand sanitizer like next to it, and then once they emptied for the first time, nobody ever filled them up again. So I was like so impressed initially. No, I get it, and I think the thing is that like people should obviously be more aware of germs, and like people would probably get sick less often. However, I also think there's like the flip side of like people also get sick very often because they're not exposed to enough germs,
Yeah.
right? Like
Like they're
look
not
at after
immune.
COVID, how often people got sick, like fucking that, because all of our immune systems were shit because we weren't exposed to anything for however many years.
That's so true.
But it's like it's one of those things that, yeah, you should wash your hands or like use sanitizer right after you fucking touch a gas pump. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You don't want to think about it. I'm sorry.
Germs stress me the fuck out. Do you guys have any phobias?
Sharks.
Shark? Like a literal
Sharkophobia.
phobia? Is that like a literal phobia?
I'm terrified of sharks.
But is it a phobia?
I don't know
don't
if that's a
think-
phobia. What is it?
Galeophobia.
Galeophobia.
Yeah.
But
You are a homophobe.
so like the difference, what specifically is the difference between like being terrified of something and like a phobia of something.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Like,
well,
is
like
it
I won't. I genuinely choose usually not to go in the ocean because I'm scared.
Usually,
sharks.
But can you look at sharks? Can you watch Jaws?
No, I don't want to watch it. What?
no, it's just funny the way you're answering it. I think I don't know why. Like I don't want to watch it, but like, can you?
I think. Well, maybe.
Well, I think if you go in the ocean, even one every 10 times, then like I think a phobia is like you literally do everything you can to not.
Right.
So maybe
come
it's
in
not a full
contact.
phobia, but it's probably
like, really
pretty
bad.
dang close.
Do you
Because
think
I'm
about it
really-
often?
Every time I think about the ocean, when you're like, I want to be in the ocean, I was like, I don't want to.
I'm scared.
I don't want
The
to.
I don't
ocean's
want to.
actually scary, to be fair. It's scary as
We should be staying the fuck out of the ocean. Is what we should be doing.
No, okay. So there was this. I don't. Did you guys ever go to Ontario Place?
No.
No.
Yeah, I'm sad that
We're
I did.
gonna take the kids to Ontario Place. Do you know that song?
No.
You know that song?
Never been,
Spotify?
but you know the
No.
fucking theme song.
No, definitely did not ever hear
Go
that.
stream it now.
Is it okay if I touch this cord
Yeah, I think so.
and fuck around with it?
No, don't do that.
Well, I mean, if I'm
Well, don't
grabbing it
fuck
and
around
it's
and find
bending.
out.
yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
Okay, so Ontario Place, I remember when I told you guys that I had trauma from bumper cars,
Yeah,
kind
like
of.
water
What was that
story,
water
though?
bumper cars, because we got into the middle and then mine fucking malfunctioned and it just kept.
Yep. Yep. Oh God.
And I was like 7, like
Poor Vic.
so I
Just think
Tough
never
day.
go. Vic is not that expressive.
So what was she doing? She was like this.
no, I was panicking.
gripping this.
Just white knuckling the sides, but going like this,
Like slightly.
tipping over from the dizziness.
Anyways, so that same day, we went to, they had like this big like dome thing, but it was like a movie theater on the inside and it was like across the ceiling or whatever. And what they were playing was a fucking movie about sharks. And it was like
On that day,
that day.
Oh my god.
That was a
you were
bad
the
day for me.
chosen one.
Yeah, truly.
And I like that like instilled this fear in me of sharks. I was never the same.
I was never the same. Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Wow. Do you have any phobias?
I don't think so. I didn't think so until what I experienced with heights recently. But it's not in a plane.
Recent, not
Yeah,
recent.
New York. In New York.
But you knew you had a fear of heights before.
Yeah, I had a
that.
fear of heights. Like I wasn't like I didn't love them.
Oh,
But,
but you have a
like I
phobia.
wouldn't go
I
in a
understand.
fucking hot air balloon and test my fucking life like that.
Yeah.
But
was that the time when you were like, oh my god, this is so
You
remember when I
fucking
called you
serious?
guys?
us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I literally had
You-
to leave.
You were up in the thing, and then she was down, and she
There's
had
like this thing. I
FaceTimed
forget
us.
what it's called in New York. What is it called?
It's like where you-
oh fuck! It's not like this. It's not the summit, but it's
It's like where you walk
similar-
on glass and you can like look down and see
Yeah.
the
Like
whole
Mirrored
fucking
floors,
city.
and then yeah, you go. It's like fucking terrifying. And every like level, or there's different rooms with like different experiences. And I was like not excited to go, but I hadn't had an experience with heights in a long time. I'm also on a plane so fucking often, so I'm so
Yeah.
used to it.
Do you look out the window?
Yeah,
And
often. Like it doesn't bother
make
me
you
at
feel
all.
bad?
Doesn't bother me at all. I think it's because like I'm sitting and I'm in a craft. Like I'm not like cozy with it. Like I'm not like I have 100% faith in this. It's just like I mean I'm there. I'm experiencing it, and whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen.
Yeah.
And so nothing bad will ever happen on a plane.
You can't, Jimmy. You can't
I never
say
think
that.
about. I can't keep up. I'm sorry.
I know. We need to make a fucking
list.
list and post it on your fucking fridge.
But I've said that multiple times, then something doesn't happen. So okay, it's getting worse. I understand. Okay. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Baby puppies.
Puppies.
Baby cows. Let's go pet cows.
It's gonna be fine. I'm sorry.
It's gonna be fine.
Keep going with your
Okay.
story.
So I hadn't had an experience with heights in a long time, and then I got up to like the highest floor or whatever,
It wasn't the highest floor.
or whatever it was. It was
we
the
were
floor.
floor 3.
no, but I say that because we kept going up
Oh,
after you
absolutely
left.
not. And they literally, it was like a group of like influencers, and like I was basically her plus one. Like it was like for
I just
Garnier.
love when Vic calls you out in stories.
Yeah.
So funny.
I hate it.
Vic just humbles the shit out of you.
She does something.
No, because no, there was so much. Like we went up quite a few more floors.
Reiterates.
So not close to the top at all.
Anyways, whatever.
And we I literally could not, there's like the floor and I couldn't step out into it, and I literally almost fainted, and I never experienced my legs like buckling like that before, and I was like, oh, I can't be here, and I was gripping the wall, and like you had to like walk. They were like, okay, like we're gonna come grab you, and like the people who worked there, they were like, we're gonna get you out of here, and you had to like walk out onto the floor kind of a little bit, but you could like hug the wall, and my legs physically would not move, so they had to bring me around the back entrance where the staff goes to bring me out of the building, and I was shaking the entire fucking time, and then I called you guys when I got down.
I'm dizzy just thinking about it.
Okay, but
Did you get dizzy?
Oh my God, I can't even, it's like a dizzy, and then you get hot, and then you're gonna faint, and then my legs like literally were like, you know the fucking joke we do like this with our fucking body? That was my legs, and it was just, it was not gonna be good. And so I left.
That's literally me on floor 2 sometimes.
Yeah.
Like
Oh my God, when we were at that restaurant on the Santa Monica Pier, and we were literally we went up one floor, and it was like an above patio, and it was like probably
as
from
high as the ceiling
to here, and we had to leave because she couldn't eat there.
couldn't
We
do it.
ordered drinks, and then she was like, well, we simply can't stay here. We have to go.
I was
right
standing on the patio because I couldn't sit because I felt like I was floating in space.
Jesus.
Interesting.
What were you gonna say?
Do you think it's I guess I just am confused because like if you're not worried about it in a plane and you're in like an enclosure or whatever it is, why is it different when
In a
you're
building,
in a
yeah.
building?
Maybe someone explain that in the comments. I don't know. There's got to
Wait,
be something
can
behind it.
Can I offer like maybe this could be it? I don't know.
Yeah.
But on a plane, babe, I don't know if you want to plug your ears, but like you have simply no option to get out. And so maybe it's like your subconscious, like, okay, well, why am I going to freak out right now? Because there's nothing I can do. We're already here. We're up in the air. But then when you're in a situation where you have a choice to get out of it, it like signals like head for the exit right now.
Yeah,
Like, does that make sense?
It
Is
could,
that stupid?
yeah, no, it's not stupid at all. I think that's absolutely part of it. It's tough because like it's always so situational. So like I can't drive up like a mountain in a car, which is why our drive through Boulder, Colorado is going to be really fun. But like
It wasn't that bad for me. You'll be fine.
Okay, so that's good. So that's
There were
actually
some
good to
parts
know.
where-
There was you couldn't really look.
Yeah,
like
just
that much.
But if you're keeping
also
steady,
maybe let Vic drive through that if you feel.
I don't know how you're better at it than I am, but when we go up
I did the drive. It's actually nice.
But for me, our heights is a little different because even if I'm around really tall buildings or tall mountains, I get super dizzy. Like
Interesting.
I can't look up at
Just
anything.
the thought of it even for you.
Even at Cirque du Soleil, when they're flying over your head, I couldn't look at him.
Interesting.
If I look up, I'm like blacking out dizzy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
you know who we're sitting right beside at Cirque du Soleil? Sean Desmond.
Sean Desmond.
Yeah, and he
Oh my
literally
God.
was like, he was. I didn't even
With the
notice. We were
balance.
sitting. Yeah, we were literally sitting there, and then my friend Stacy was like, "Oh my God, that's Sean Desmond." And then we were looking, and he was with his family, so like we didn't want to like bother him or say
Cute.
anything. And then he got up and he was like, "Don't think I don't see you guys sitting there,
Aw,
whatever."
he's the
And
sweetest.
I know, he was so fucking sweet. Anyways, irrelevant. Keep going.
No, I think that's interesting.
Was I going?
No. We were just
so
talking
we were
about
talking about
whatever. But
the
I think that
aircraft
the
thing.
drive is going to be really interesting because like when we go up like the Hollywood Hills or whatever, like I have a really really hard time. The first time I like drove up, I had to there was somebody in the passenger seat as well, and I had to get out of the car, like put it in park, get out of the car, and I had to crawl up the mountain because I physically couldn't stand, and like I just couldn't be there. But then like I get
Crawled up the mountain.
No, literally, like I was a fucking child, and people were laughing at me. Like cars were like going by, being like,
No, it's seriously not funny.
But I wonder if it's.
Like, when
I
your
wonder if the
anxiety's that bad,
difference.
it's not
I can laugh at it a little bit, but you what?
In the moment, I mean.
I wonder if the plane situation is different because you actually can't grasp or understand how high up you are, but in a building on a mountain, you can see physically how high up you are.
Maybe.
When you're in the sky, you
Oh,
see
yeah.
clouds. You can't see the ground.
Well, there's not always clouds. sweet
Yeah,
cheeks.
sometimes.
So if it's not a cloudy day, you can see the ground from
Of
where
course
you are.
can, yeah.
And I feel like not when it's reaching like it's like maximum
Oh yeah,
height.
you can. Oh yeah, you can.
What does it look like?
The ground.
The ground, which is very far. It looks like a teeny. It looks like a teeny tiny land.
Yeah, it looks like you can see. You know how like it's actually really fascinating. What?
That's at highest capacity.
yeah.
That's comforting.
yeah. It's beautiful. That's what I mean. I'm.
That makes you feel good?
I just want you to get on a plane.
Kinda.
No.
But I like that.
No. Okay, but in all seriousness, the reason I want you to get on a plane is because it might. What's wrong?
Fluff. I like that.
Oh, my God. Okay.
I
A
don't-
win is a win.
I don't think that you'd struggle. I think that what you'd struggle with most on a plane, especially the first time, is you
Not a fan.
of that one.
Yeah.
But you
Oh,
can
it's
still
clouds.
see but you can still see a bit of the ground.
Empty.
Empty,
Abyss.
abyss, yeah. I think that you would struggle more with the lack of control of like you can't get off. You have to experience
Yeah.
this, and you have to
The
experience it for the duration of the flight, and that's it.
entrapment.
Yes,
That's
And I
exactly
think
what
you'd
it is.
struggle more with that than you would the actual heights of it because it's different. And listen, my sister has an insane fear of flying, and she's anxious the entire fucking trip. But like she is fine with heights, I think. So
Weird.
like
I feel like I'm the opposite. If planes flew at a fucking not that high of an altitude,
But what would make you feel better? 10 feet, you can barely stand on a balcony. That sounded bitchy and judgmental, but I know. But I mean, like 10 feet, 10,000 feet. Who cares? C'est quoi la différence?
no, but I would be more inclined to get on a plane if they flew closer to the ground.
What's your max?
What do they fly at? Like 14,000 feet? I mean, like 50,000 feet? 34,000.
36,000.
Bring that to like, even like 10,000.
So the fall from
That's where
10,000.
they are before landing. When you get to 10,000 feet, the landing gear is coming out.
Yeah.
So it's not.
Exactly.
Fly that level.
Perfect. You know what? Here's my
Whatever makes you
question.
feel good.
So Jasmine is a flight attendant. Why have they not come up with something? If they can create something to fly across the world, why can't they create... Sorry, let me start over. Why the fuck do they give you
It's more aggressive.
life jackets instead of parachutes? That's number one. Number two is, if they're not going to give you parachutes, why not create something on the plane that if anything happens, a big parachute, comes and brings it safely to the land?
It's too heavy. It's so
No,
heavy.
but exactly,
also-
exactly, and it flies in the sky. So why can't you create something that's...
I also feel like
Why can't you create an aerodynamic parachute?
Jasmine can't tell them to make
Don't
one.
want a parachute at 34,000 feet in the air. You will not be able to breathe.
No, but in the plane.
Like if
The
the plane were to just
parachute
start
for the plane.
falling, like free falling.
Why don't they have a
Because
contraption?
science.
Not good enough.
It is good enough.
Science, you can... You can create
The plane
cars
wouldn't
that
just
drive
stay
themselves.
maybe would have
Like,
thought
if
of
the
that.
engine
Planes that
just malfunctioned and
fly.
died,
It's gonna slowly come down to the ground. Like
but eventually it would just drop. Oh my God, sorry, Jasper.
That
It would
seems
just
so
drop
soothing,
down when
the
it
way
got
she
to
did
like
that.
10,000
Yeah.
feet.
Whee!
What would eventually drop? Oh, because it's so heavy?
Yeah.
I mean, it's so rare. Like it's so rare.
I know that it's rare, but I'm just saying, like,
It's the heights that really get me, though. It's not even the
Yeah.
crashing, but it is the heights.
yeah, like a giant
Because I imagine
parachute,
falling
just
through
in
the
case,
sky.
You know?
I don't know. I'd have to ask the
Can-
aircraft engineer.
Yeah, please ask and
Get back to
report
me.
back. Thank you so much.
Over and
We'll
out.
talk about it next
Jasmine,
episode.
over and out.
I can never find the fucking life. Yeah, I get it. You're doing great. Sorry, I'm giving you acknowledgement.
Your seat is your life vest.
I know. I can never fucking find it. When they say, I kind of panic a little because I'm like, where the fuck is that thing? And I feel like I'd be the person like everyone would have, and I'd be like, where did you find that? Look over to the person. I'm like, that's it, please.
In class, when you don't know the instructions and you're just staring at the person beside you, trying to act like you know what you're doing.
Literally, I'd be like, excuse me, where did everyone's panicking
Excuse me,
and
sir.
yelling? Excuse me, where did you find that?
Like, sort of interrupt. You finish a conversation, then I'll ask. Because you're so fucking considerate of other people.
Yeah.
Once you're done screaming,
I know. You know, on the planes when they say you wouldn't, when they say,
I don't know, plane etiquette.
yeah. When the masks come down, you have to.
Picture us.
Your favorite child.
Yeah.
When the masks come down.
That's just Jamie and Murph.
Are you laughing so hard right now? That's the joke that got you. Yes! All the jokes. The doggy didn't get you, but the mask's going down. Yo, that's actually the name of my next album.
mask coming down.
Grow up. Yo. Fuck.
I love how I get you guys on Entourage one time, and now you're talking to me like fucking Ari Gold.
Oh my my God. Did you guys hear that there's a mask shortage right now?
I feel like it's been going on for a long time.
Are you calling us short?
Yes.
Oh, I get it.
She's laughing. Yes.
It is a good episode.
Vic has laughed it twice.
I love it.
Oh my God.
The most feminine thing you've ever done. Cut it out.
Cut it out.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a mask shortage.
You're so clever and quirky.
What?
Oh, buzz.
Jax.
Let's listen to a voice note.
Oh yeah, this is a probably 17-hour long fucking episode.
I don't think it is at all.
What time did we start?
11:45.
Okay, so
I think it was
over an hour.
midnight.
It was about midnight.
Okay, let's listen to a voice note.
Okay, I'll find one. Okay, here is Anonymous. I present
Leanne.
Leanne.
Calls everyone.
Oh.
I really hope I'm not too late for this, but I am in a relationship of 5 years, engaged, and just the last 2 years I've been extremely unhappy, and I feel like I'm trying to get to that point of wanting to separate from my fiance, and I just feel awful doing it because he's gone through such a hard year. At the same time, my happiness is never met. I'm so unhappy. And this is probably the most depressed and sad I've been probably in a very, very, very long time. And I just keep trying and trying and trying, and nothing's getting nothing's getting met halfway. And I just don't know what to do anymore. I'm just at the point now where I just feel stuck. Like my goals aren't there. And basically I just want to know how to break off with... Sorry, this is like taking so long. I apologize, but how do you break it off with someone you've been with like for 5 years, you're engaged to, you live with, and like you deeply care about them still, but like just having to pull that Band-Aid off is something I'm really struggling with. It's hard. And also, I just want to let you guys know, I absolutely love your podcast. I have re-listened to your podcast because I love it so much. You guys make me laugh so fucking much. And I'm learning as I'm going because I'm straight as narrow. And I'm learning so much about your relationships. And it's so, like, just so interesting. And at the same time, you guys make me laugh so much. So thank you. You guys have literally been making my heart happy listening to you guys and your podcast, and I'm just really hope that you guys keep bringing out as much as you can. Love you, all from Alberta, and thank you.
That's beautiful.
Canada.
Okay, first of all,
Sweet.
I love you so much.
Yeah.
What a sweet pea.
And
Also, the pain in your voice when you're talking about it.
oh my
is
God,
very
no,
sad.
that
I'm sorry
actually
you're going
broke
through
my
that.
heart.
yeah.
you can hear like how unhappy they
Yeah.
are and how like devastating that is.
Yeah.
And that's one of the hardest things is being like integrated with somebody and then not being happy and trying and being with someone for so long. Like that's just very, very tough. You take this one because you're the wisest of the wise.
Okay, but I think you have something to say first.
No, I mean, I was just gonna say, like, obviously, you can tell that you're so unhappy, but I feel like living in the discomfort of letting that person go to in turn gain back your happiness is far more worth it than staying with this person that is making you that unhappy. And, you know, like living life like that is just not
Worth it.
worth it.
Yeah, I think humans like forget that things aren't so concrete, you know, and decisions aren't what you're laughing at, Jax. Yeah, that decisions don't have to be so concrete, and the decision-making process doesn't have to be so linear and look as tightly, you know, knit as one thinks. And I think that with relationships especially, it's so important to be able to be selfish in like healthy ways, so you can be selfless in healthy ways, whether that's with you or your partner. And from the sounds of it, it's one of those things that like you're concrete. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like you're concrete in your decision. It's just the doing it process that is really hard. And that looks different for everybody. So for example, like I'm a big fan of breaks. I think that breaks are a really healthy thing. And I think saying we're going to take a month apart and it's going to be a month, it's going to be 4 weeks, and setting boundaries and saying we're not going to communicate unless there's an emergency, and like sticking to that, and whatever boundaries you set in that break, is that something that'll work in your relationship, or are you completely beyond that? But sometimes experiencing life without that person and them experiencing life without you is sometimes what people need, a kick in the ass to kind of kickstart them into treating you the way that you've been asking to be treated for a long time. If you're beyond that, it's one of those things that I think you kind of 1, 2, 3 jump and you mourn it afterwards, you do what you need to do, and then you know that you're going to be grieving and it's going to be hard and it's not going to be linear and it's going to suck, but it doesn't take away that it's the right decision for you.
And I also feel like, because she had mentioned that he's gone through a lot in the last year. Just because you're ending it with someone, you've been with them for 5 years, and I don't think that doesn't mean that you still can't be there for him in other ways, although
no, we're having a serious talk.
Although it's going to be a very different relationship and maybe hard, and like you will need space for sure, but eventually that doesn't mean that you still can't, be friends or, be there for each other in ways.
Yeah, for sure. I think like going through, like I was in a relationship for like almost 6 years, and when we split, like our lives, our like families, like everything was so intertwined. But although I wasn't the one that did like the breaking up with, I was the one getting broken up with. I think it's still like the same amount of pain on the either sides. Like just because you're the one doing it, like doesn't mean like I feel like it's almost harder for the person doing it because they're the ones that have to make the conscious decision. But like, obviously it's going to be fucking horrible at the beginning. Like no one's going to sugarcoat that. Like it's extremely terrible. And like you do feel like your world is coming to an end, but then day by day, things will get better. And again, it's not going to be linear, but everything happens for a reason. And if you've been feeling this way, because I think she said she was feeling this way for like 2 years, the last 2 years, that's not just like a blip in your relationship. Like that's almost half of your relationship with this person. You're like contemplating wanting to leave. So at this point, I think that like it's done. You have to do it, and there's always going to be something better. And I'm not saying in terms of like a relationship, but I think that you will learn a lot about yourself. Sorry, my dog is going. He literally is kicking me off.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
I'm trying to sleep. But yeah, like there will be so much better out there for you. And like when that relationship ended, I literally thought my life was going to end. And then little did I know that the best was yet to come in my relationship, in my career, in my life. Like I've truly never been happier.
I like what you said about the world thing. Like how you're like, it'll feel like your world is coming to an end. I think that when you feel that way, it's maybe a good, healthy reminder that like your world isn't coming to an end. Part of your life is, and a part that needs to be left. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And
what's that?
What is it?
The thing that you say, like people are only in your life for like.
I always say like not everyone's meant to stay in your life forever.
A reason, a season, or a lifetime.
Fucking right. And sometimes you meet people and maybe you both have learned everything that you can from each other, and you're the first person to be able to acknowledge that. Yeah. And he's not going to see that until you do kind of pull the plug on it, so to speak. So, sorry you're going through that. And we really hope that you kind of find your way, and glad that you can listen to the podcast and have a little bit of an escape for a bit, because that's why we do it. And we love hearing a good heterosexual listening to the podcast.
I know, I was going to say,
gays.
I love that we have like straight fan base.
I love it.
For sure. I just had one. Oh my God, Vic, go ahead.
Oh, no. I just wanted to also throw in, because I feel like we talked about like the aftermath. I feel like probably you're struggling with actually doing it. And if like you are unable to do it in person, I feel like, not that you shouldn't do it in person, maybe bye.
Bye is crazy.
No, but like even if you can just like rally your friends around you, maybe even just to like send an initial text of being like, hey, we need to talk. I feel like having like making sure that you have the support around you just to like
write a letter.
Sorry, I'm
versus a
confused
text.
about the text. Like you want to rally friends
Like-
around you to send a text to him to say we need to talk?
yeah, like if even like you're having a hard
Like
time of
people
just
to
like
hype you
like
up to
even
do
just
it.
like getting that process started because you know you're so unhappy that you need your friends around you to just be like to hold you accountable to like send a text of saying, hey, when you get home tonight, we need to talk. You don't agree?
No, I don't.
Why?
I think that if you are able to make a conscious decision that a talk needs to happen, putting someone else in a position of making them anxious before putting them in a situation where you have to say the things you do, I think is a little on the selfish side of, that sounded harsher than I wanted it to, but I think that, you know, it's your job to take care of you. It's also your job to nurture that person that you spent so much time with to the best of your ability if it doesn't sacrifice you. And so I think if I were to receive a text from you saying, we need to talk, I would immediately enter that conversation with so much anxiety that probably everything that you were saying to me would have a filter of anxiety on it versus I think sometimes the element of surprise is the most respectful thing that you can do because you're walking into a conversation saying we're equal right now.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, I wanted to talk to you and now you knew that I want to talk to you and it's all on me versus like, I want to have a conversation and I'd like us both to be a part of it. And they don't have too much time to overthink it, you know?
Yeah, for sure. But I also think like how much of a surprise can it be if you've been feeling this way for 2 years, chances are that he's felt the disconnect for the last 2 years. I don't think that if you've been feeling unhappy for half of your relationship, he's going to be totally fucking stunned by this because like you feel energy, especially the person closest to you and who knows you. Like he probably knows you like the best. You know what I mean? Like he definitely feels that shift and maybe has been like too anxious or maybe he also feels the same way and he's like doesn't know how to do it because he's also going through a really rough time in his life. So like dealing with that plus like potentially a breakup, that's also so much to digest too. Like if I was going through like the worst time of my life, like I don't know if I'd be like, oh fuck, I should also break up too. Like you just have to deal with like one battle at a time, honestly. So
like what's your advice then of like holding or like making sure that you are making that decision or like
I think people make the decisions that are right for them in the right time. And I think that the part that I do agree with you on is having a good support system and a healthy support system, people that hold you accountable versus nurture you too much or coddle you, but people that push you when you need to be pushed. And I do agree with that where it's maybe you rally the people around you who you know you can get to that first step. I just think that first step is so important and so impactful to whoever you're dealing with a situation with. But the rallying part, absolutely, I agree with you that it's so important. I think my advice, like, is the best advice I ever got from my therapist is that when humans learn to endure, then 90% of our problems are solved. And we are so bad at enduring because we want the control and we want this and that and the other. I think that we need to put more of the trust kind of back in ourselves that the reason why you haven't done it yet is maybe because you're just not ready to do it yet. And it doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. Or it could be because you don't have the support system around you that's telling you what you need to hear. Maybe they're telling you what you want to hear or this and that and the other. It could be so many different things, but it is okay if you're just not fucking ready yet. And I think that has to be okay.
yeah.
Right?
No,
and when you
sure.
feel it so important to do and you can't take it anymore, that's when you do it.
Yeah.
okay, I'll just shut up then.
No.
No.
So much of it, I think that's so important. And maybe that does work for some people, right? Like maybe that's exactly what you would need from if I said we needed to have a big talk, maybe you would prefer a heads up. You know what I mean? Me sending you a text. Like I think that's what I mean is that so many people deal with things in such different ways. I would have so much anxiety if I had that heads up because I would be walking into it with so much anxiety. And I think a lot of people are like that, but maybe that's exactly what you need. Who am I to say that that's wrong for you? You know what I mean?
And I mean, it's kind of hard, like with these voice notes, we don't have like the
whole
whole
story.
context, and we
Yeah.
also don't know if she's ever brought this up to him or like specific issues that she's worried about. Because she could just start the conversation by being like, okay, like, you know, I've been, these elements in our relationship have been making me unhappy. Right now, I feel like I can't take it anymore. Like, you know what I mean? We don't really know the backstory.
Agreed.
But I truly feel if you just like sit down and be totally honest, I think in these like breakup conversations, you know your partner better than anyone. So I think that like if they are someone that like needs to be coddled or like needs a lot of softeners, you should like use softeners when you're saying it to them. If he is someone who's like super blunt, you can like give it to him straight and be like, okay, this is exactly how I'm feeling. But like obviously just make sure that you're like communicating every single reason and you're not leaving him wondering like, why are you doing this? Like just like leave so much room for him to like ask as many questions as he wants and like figure out the logistics of it and like,
or the space that he needs to be able to deal with it in
just
his own
talk
way. Like it
about
might not
it.
work
And
for you.
I feel like when you're in a relationship for that long and you're like, okay, I want to break up, like maybe starting off with just a break is the best way. Like we'll see how we both feel after a couple weeks. You go stay with like a family member or a friend or like, you know what I mean? Just like be fully separated and like when you come back together, if you feel like you'll know if you'll feel more at peace in that situation. Like if you feel the best you felt in the last 3 years in those 2 weeks, like you know that it's just.
I don't know if this is why they do it, but it's like I don't know if it's just in Canada or if it's everywhere universally. But because when you want to get a divorce, you have to be separated legally for a year. You can't get a divorce
and you
right
think
away.
That's because it's like.
I mean, if
you
it's
need
not
a
why, it
full
should
year.
be why,
Yeah,
right?
because after a year of being away from someone, you'll fucking know if you want to be with them or not.
Yeah, and I won't say who, but I know a couple that is now together for 35 years, and they separated for a year, and like they got back together after a year, and they remained best friends, and then we're like, okay, we want to do it, and they are now together for 35 years, and that's
crazy.
That was 15 years ago.
But it took a year.
It took a year. It took a whole fucking year, and it did they needed that fucking year, and that's why like the break to me is so. It can be so beneficial, and people are so fucking afraid. But we talked about this in another episode. I forget what about, where I was saying that like, what was it about the job thing? We were talking about a job. Like you were looking for a job, and I said, if you're so afraid of it affecting your relationship so poorly, if
do it.
if she does it and he, if he does it and it affected your relationship poorly, it's probably because there was a veil over your relationship anyway, or maybe in the off chance it makes it better. That's the same concept to me with a break, where like if it ruins your relationship, then probably there were a lot more core issues that you weren't bringing to the surface anyway. Or if it by chance or by the grace of whatever saves you guys, maybe that's because it's what you needed.
Yeah.
Also, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to discount what your suggestion was, or if it made you feel a type of way, because again, I want to reiterate.
Everyone is just so different.
Yeah, everyone's so different. And my disagreement is what I need, not what you need.
Everyone's needs are different completely.
I was just gonna say, in this couple, like particularly, like what Carly and I need are completely opposite. What you guys need is completely opposite.
Totally.
Yeah,
So it's
like me and Vic need similar things.
Yeah.
And you two need similar things. Yeah.
This is what it is.
But we don't know.
We're not
your
freaking
therapist. Wait, we all got to say it in the accent.
We don't know. We have to say we don't know. We don't know. We're not your therapists. Leanne, cheers, queers.
Biscuits and gravy.
Not the accent.
What was that one?
Biscuits and